So I asked 10 Minecraft YouTubers and streamers to give me a challenge to complete in less than 24 hours. For example, I have to crash the game, so timer starts now. Before I started the timer, I switched my main controls and asked a couple of friends to give me random number to use as slots. They did end up telling me the numbers, even if it did take a bit of force. Anyways, the challenge started as every adventure did, forgetting how to open the inventory and failing to move my legs. But then the normal progression continues. Wood, pickaxe, stone, coal. What in God's good gracious, graceful, giddy damn name just fucking happened? Well, I'll tell you. So in short, I forgot to unpause my recording and seemed to skip right to the nether. I didn't. Believe me, I didn't. But for viewing pleasure, and to keep the progression intact, I'm going to use paint to explain what I did. Acacia Village, Bears, Ruin Portal, Lava Pool, click, click, flip, flip, then ever. That was simple enough, wasn't it? Now starts the bulk of the challenge, with the process of attaining the poles and blaze rods underway. This was a fucking nightmare for me. Not only would one flick from a fucking fly finish me because of my gold armor, but also I would stumble and slip and fall into ditches and baked beans, this time not surviving. The process of getting the ender pearls would have been simple if I wasn't dumb, but the process comprised of getting 3 pearls, probably using one, crying, travelling back to the portal, going through, putting them in a chest, and then rinse and repeat until I had a healthy amount of them. And this was only half of the problem. The other was the blaze rods, and it was holy hecking harboring happy hill climb racing hell. Now I got incredibly lucky with my spawn in the nether because of how close I was to a fortress, but the fortress was so risky to get to, especially with my lack of armor and my bars in the beams. While building up to it, I was struggling so much just placing the blocks that I looked like this was the first time me playing the game. But after I got into the fortress, I was ready to get the blaze rods and dip. Thankfully, I had an axe to make this a bit quick. Oh, never mind. So after nearly dying again, I had all the blaze rods I needed, and now I just had to get out. After trying to start a rally with the blazes, I struggled back, got the items, and fled faster than an underlevel Pokemon. Wait, I have 2 ender pearls. Shit. Now it was time to travel to the stronghold and prepare for the fight, but obviously to travel I need to throw some Eyes of Ender, and I threw a lot. Look at how many I have! I halved the amount! What the fuck? Okay, so it wasn't too bad, but I did waste quite a lot of time trying to get the rest of the Ender pearls. But we were finally digging to the stronghold, and it's like time to farm deaths. To be honest though, the whole strategy was when I set my spawn, tried to kill an Enderman, died, respawned, tried to kill, died, etc, etc. And then I did this, which was incredibly fucking stupid. I was meant to place it back down, but I'm dumb and forgot. So as if it knew I was getting cocky and being dumb, it put me against 2 spiders and an Enderman. And I spawned back to the start, pushing me back nearly half an hour. And as this was a duo challenge, I was taking way too long. And as if I had learned nothing at all, I just went back to mining instead of setting my spawn. A few minutes later though, I had found the stronghold, and a couple minutes more, the portal room, with 4 eyes, which is incredibly rare. Then, to make it even weirder, I found diamonds in an abandoned mine shaft. At this point, I was getting way too lucky, which will bite me back massively later. But instantly, it bit me back a few minutes later with a skeleton. I think I should just play the clip to show you what happened. Unsurprisingly, I died, and because I tried to leave, some items burned, which is just great. But before I show you the tragedy of placing the eyes, to remind everyone, this was me using inverted controls, okay? Don't bully me. Thanks. And yes, I was 1 eye off. I wasn't crying, you were. To try and get the last pearl, I explored the stronghold. It didn't work, but we don't need to go over that. The process of getting the last pearl is I needed 2. Definitely not because of how much I died. Before we skip to the overworld, let's count how many times Lymed dies. Oh my god! The last one is quite special because it sent me right back to square one. At this point, I was past the 4-hour mark, with ender pearls, blaze rods, beds, and a gold sword to my neck. Oh, and there goes the gold sword. So using just my boxy skills, I got the last ender pearl I needed for the end portal, and the last I was placed. I next had to get all that I needed for the dragon fight. Then it was finally time to start the fight. My main focus was to not get hit once, because that would knock off another challenge. And damn was that a sharp shot. Forget about that one. And that. See, I'm great at this, and that never happened. There was one crystal left, and I still hadn't taken any damn. I think I just stopped responding here. Oh wait, nope, just annoyed. It was now time to deal damage to it. Hopefully the first cycle goes, but shit. Call me Sharpshooter Sam, because I was hitting shots as if I was using aim, but I wasn't. As I had taken damage, it was time to bed bomb the dragon. So here it goes. Bed block. Wait, that's not a block. And now it was the last hit, and it was finally done. And damn was I happy to stop fucking using those controls. The problem with only just finishing that challenge is that I'd gone through about 5 hours and I had 7 challenges left to do. So if I wanted to complete them, I had to beat one every 2.7 hours. Anyways, I needed to start off the hardest one of these, which was getting every obtainable potion effect at the same time. But before any major preparation, I wanted an elytra and a shulker box. So let's start the long search for one. Never mind, call me Mr. RNG, because holy shit, no way I got that first time. Swiftly moving on, I was easily able to get the elytra, a shulker box, and some decent items. Now after applying Unbreaking 3 to my elytra, it was time to farm for 18 wither skulls. Now I'm joking, I was just told to kill 5 withers, so here I was on an SMP where I could buy wither skulls as quickly as I could click my fingers. And I picked up the wrong amount of soul sand. I'm not gonna lie, it's as if my controls were still switched, because these fights are fucking embarrassing. I'm not impressed by them at all. Let's do a quick killing montage and count the number of totems popped. By the way, I had like 3 totems, so it's not going to be too many. First was fine. Oh, there goes another one. That was fine actually, excluding me falling into a hole. Now, I didn't bring out the last totem until the final fight, but the 4th fight was actually not too bad. I only ended up on 3 hearts and not using any absorption. Moving on, let's take a look at the train wreck, which was the last fight. So grab some popcorn, because holy was this bad. Now, by the end of this, I ended up at the same health I was at without a totem. Whatever, that was done now. It was time to enjoy some classics. This is pretty self-explanatory really, so not even breaking a sweat. Yes! Yeah, there was not much to it. It took about half an hour, so it wasn't too bad, but also wasn't the best. Now, as I wasn't able to kill the dragon without taking damage on the main world, I gave myself the bare minimum for this. Trouble is that I spawned in an endstone box, which could have gone wrong at any moment, but didn't. Also, it seems I was hitting a lot of shots. Sure, some of them were at a wall, but I was hitting shots. The dragon seemed to want to come after me, but ended up having to fend off Enderman instead. After I shot down all the towers, the real fight started, and immediately, you could tell why I gave myself 3 stacks of arrows. I went from sharpshooter to shit shooter, but after a few minutes, it seemed to be the final stretch. Oh, you're However, I thankfully kept some arrows on me to finish it off, and that completed another challenge. But as soon as I had finished that, I logged right back onto the main world to continue the quest for the hardest achievement in the game. And as I was in the Nether Fortress, I thought it would be good to get the 3 skulls I needed for the beacon, and to make this process a little less painful, as soon as I got the 3 skulls, I was straight out. This good streak ended quite swiftly though, when some lag caused my death. Yeah, I know. Anyways, it was now time for the grueling process of finding everything for the hardest achievement, and to make it easier to follow, it will be split up into mini chapters. First, I needed to make some potions for the effects and also get mending. One of the potions I was unable to make at that point was slow falling because no phantoms were spawning, and it took hours for even one of them to spawn. And obviously it was when I was not even looking for them. As well as phantom membranes, I needed to get a pufferfish to eat for a few effects, and luckily we got one quite quickly. The hardest and longest part of the challenge was to get a nut chapel and 8 nautilus shells. And to show you the pain, let's count the structures I got on the way. Keep in mind that it's a 1 in 67 chest chance to contain an enchanted golden apple. On top of this, I had minimal gear, so I could die at any time, which I really couldn't afford to do so. While I continue the hunt, let me tell you about the incredible struggle with parkour doors. Now, parkour doors was actual BS. Not only would I fall every minute because I'm terrible, but 90% of the games would have that one tryhard who would just play parkour doors and obviously win. So I just leave as soon as I could. And keep in mind, after like 40 minutes of trying, I hadn't won a single one, and I had to win 20 in an hour. So I just stopped trying. But now that I've explained that, let's get back to the game. What the fuck? Now that's not very good. It seems the game crashed. Now, because I have fuck all knowledge with this, I'm gonna see what the internet thinks, and oh shit. So, if this continues to happen, my whole world and everything I've worked on for the past few hours may be wiped, sending me back to square one. Anyways, let's hope that doesn't happen. Now, remember earlier when I said that dying would be terrible? Well, I think I screwed up a bit. Thankfully, I was able to pinpoint the location using some world logs, and after a good 45 minutes of travelling, I got my items back safely and was back to searching. And after hours of exploring and 2.4 gigabytes of world file, I found 39 ruin portals, 41 ruins, 6 temples and 1 minecart with chests, and all I got was 3 nautilus shells from the ruins and fuck all from the others. So I'll just have to keep looking, even though my time was quickly running out. But for now, I need to kill the warden. Now was the fight against the warden, and at first I had high hopes and even had quite a lot of confidence with gear unable to withstand the warden breathing in my general direction. So clearly I had to get some better gear and opted for some humble diamond armor. And after my stealth failing, I just said fuck it and basically toyed with it for 12 minutes straight. So enjoy this chaos. Can I like see? Oh my god, it's what did I do? I see it. I see the sword. No. Okay. We're back on a roll. I see the sword. Where the hell is my diamond sword? Where's my mind going? Bop. Now why the fuck and how what the Oh. Oh, and it's already out. Folks, your warden here performing to actually where's my diamond sword gone? I'm not here. I got 2 hits. I'm gaming the system. That's not it. That's what it is it? Can you like fuck off and stop blinding me? I kinda like seeing. I underestimated the power of this fucker. Not here, not here, not here, not here. Okay, it's right next to my bed. Why did I get sent? Where the fuck is my sword? You know what? Let me give myself night vision quickly. And also so I can find where the fuck my sword is. Oh hi. Sword. There it is. Oh, played! Actually get played. Get played. Get played. Get played. That was a play in a century and a half. I actually played it. It's not even like my man is down. No, that's not the right word. That I'm just that good. Okay. Okay, so I as you can see, I have 6 hours, 51 minutes, and that's it. But I forgot to do one small, tiny challenge that I could do really quickly. I need to go to touch some grass. So basically, let me explain what I'm doing with the how do we get here? So basically, I need 4 Nautilus. No, wait. Yeah, 4 Nautilus shells, and oh, I'm just gonna go outside quickly.
What?
1 minute.
What you got?
1 minute. Cool. Thank you.
What's going on?
Don't worry. But it's time to get back into the game. With just shy of 7 hours remaining and 2 challenges left, I needed to get extremely lucky, and after every structure I passed, I was due to get at least 1 notch apple. As I continued my search though, I started to feel less and less hopeful, now passing the 1 in 67 chance massively. My luck was getting no better. Eventually, after 82 ruins, I had found the 8 Nautilus shells I needed, but still no apple was in sight. The hours flew by. 6 hours left, 5 hours left, 4 hours left, 3 hours left, and with about 2 hours left to complete the 2 remaining challenges, I had given up on finding a notch apple. I searched an estimated 87 ruins, 10 temples, and 10 minecarts with chests to no avail. But the one idea I had was that it may even be possible with no notch apple, and from screenshots and testing words I had used, it seemed that doing every single thing perfectly meant I could maybe get it. So as soon as I could, I started travelling right back until this happened. Oh my fuck. Now, not only could this have corrupted my world, my progress went from travelling back to my base to being in a mesa and quite a long way away. But then it was time to finally travel back, and with hardly any time left, I finally started to set everything up. Oh no, I didn't. It crashed again, and again, and again, continuously. I went back to the same fucking tree to make fireworks. I was there like a good 5 times, and as soon as I got back, the race was on to beat the clock. My luck started to look up when I got to the nether and out of a close call with death. I got the exact piglet trade I needed second try. I then wanted to try to find a notch apple just to make sure I wasn't having some terrible luck. I mean, I was. And obviously, that was a poor decision. So after crashing and then crashing again, both with the same reaction, I'm going to throw someone out a window. Everything started to go even worse. I started to blow up mostly clay balls instead of actual blocks, nearly dying to silverfish, nearly dying to a skeleton twice, missing a pearl throw, and then running out of blocks. Everything bad seemed to happen to me now. And then I got levitation, chose the worst place to boat a shulker, nearly died, run out of blocks, and anyways, let me just show you the last couple of minutes of the challenge to show you how fucking terrible everything went. No, it's hurting itself. No! It's going to die to itself. Wait. What the fuck is happening? What has happened? Okay, now what the fuck has actually happened? What? And then that was the end. Thank you to Spoke, Brumin, Derapchu, BitOtter, Reddoons, YegsTV, Ember, Laqqy, TheTerrain, and RoseJewel for all the challenges. And if you could do any better than me, let me know in the comments. Where's the stop recording button?